start new with you. I wanna start new. I wanna be changed, constantly arranged. Fix me, I wanna be changed. I shouldn't be here right now. Not with you, not with you, not with you. I shouldn't be here right now. Not with you, not with who, not with you. Give up, I wanna start new with you. I wanna start new. I wanna be changed, constantly arranged. Fix me, I wanna be changed. I wanna give up, I wanna start new with you. I wanna start new. I wanna be changed, constantly arranged. Fix me, I wanna be changed. Shouldn't be here right now. Not with you, not with who, not with you. I shouldn't be here right now. Not with you, not with who, not with you.
Okay. I had another pair of fucking. What the hell? Yo, Superior Boss. Thanks for the raid. Let's go. Yeah, that got him quick. What's up? How you doing? Let's fucking go. Of course, the audio doesn't work. Take fire. Let's try this again. I'm not getting audio, are you? Why am I not getting audio? What? You know what? I'll bet you anything. It's just so awkward.
Nice.
I got that one. Why did I not get... Why? Here we go again. That's... What happened? Now that's confusing. I'm getting some of the audios, but not all of them. Testing. Lie. That would be coming from... That would be coming from here. Wait, so I'm getting alerts. Yeah, I'm getting alerts.
All right, everybody, this is a fucking raid. Anybody try to leave, I pump one in your ass.
I should be getting all of them. Question mark, question mark, question mark. How? It's playing for you, but I'm not hearing it. How? This has to be an OBS problem. Yo, for real, dude. All the trigger fire ones are working, but the ones going out from OBS aren't working. Why would that even be a thing? Literally. That makes zero sense. Let me check my audio. It's wild. What about these?
I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America?
How is everything
I'm sorry,
working
I thought
except
this
for that
was America.
one? It's always something. Uh-huh. Like, it can't be this computer. It's triggering the audio. Is it just not? That boy. Monitor only. I should literally be hearing it in the monitor. Why am I? So you're actually not hearing it either. Monitor. What? Settings. Audio. Monitoring device. Elgato sound capture. Will that fix it?
Here comes that bullshit. What up?
Okay. It's fixed. Awkward. It ain't a stream if it ain't something broken, right? Isn't that wild? Oh, Superior Boss and Rebels Boss just joined the channel. That's dope. Are those your bots? Thank you so much for the raid. Sorry for everything being kind of wonky. Hopefully it's all working for you guys. It should be. It's hard to tell sometimes. The heck was I doing? I was... Okay. Yeah. Starlight. Oh, starlight. Come on, dance to me. A little too much. Theoretically, though, we didn't do awful loading this stuff in. Hot sauce. Oh my, all I need you. Oh, like my man to me. Trying to clean my inventory. It's a thing. Oh my god, are you serious? I'm screwed. So much stuff. A lot more than I thought was going to be here. Needle nose pliers. Okay, and check. About bow. I'm 9, P91, I'm 9. Dang dog. Ain't that about a bitch? Really? What? else then. There, that's about as good as it gets. Breaking the law, breaking the law. He bites.
broke my own heart this time for believing that a ghost could find the body alive that hasn't seen the other side. So don't call me, I'll find something to escape my mind. What's the cause when there's no love lost between us? So burn the letters, there's a tragedy in every ember. In every ember. In every You are my strangest addiction. I could say I'll quit without any conviction. I broke my own heart this time for believing that a ghost could find the body alive that hasn't seen the other side. So don't call me, I'll find something to escape my mind. There's a tragedy in every ember. What's the cause when there's no love lost between us?
It is good to
There's a tragedy in every ember. In every ember. In every
Hmm.
falling on the ground. Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. We are the fighting side, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. I'm ready to love. Can't tell if we're dreaming now. We watch as the fire falls down. One thing going on our mind. Time stops and we don't make a sound. Crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah, we are the fighting side, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night.
Someone just touched my butt. Did that grandpa touch my butt? He's right there. Isn't that the grandpa? Is it him? They 摸我頭先。
咩啊？
你頭先摸我影到你，
我摸你咩嘢？
你摸我 pat pat 咯，
我冇去摸你劈劈啊！你唔好搞錯啊！
影到你喎。
我摸你劈劈做咩嘢？我攞住兩包嘢，
你行過影
我行
到你。
過唔係犀利嘅，你放心啊！你唔好亂嚟啊！啊！呢啲唔係小意思啊！啊！
影到你喎。
影咗我有個飛靚嘅先。
有啊。
Oh
my god, I feel like he's gonna touch me. I cannot. He's too close. He looks like he's gonna. Okay.
Champions of the night, yeah. Champions of the night.
Riot is a form of civil disorder. Somebody f***ing breaks something.
go.
Don't you know, Sheila? Now there's a whole new obesity drug for those of us who can't afford Ozempic and Mounjaro. I controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
And it costs 90% less with Ozempic.
I lowered my standards and my expectations.
Case studies, 70% of patients on Lizzo no longer cared how much they weighed.
I don't give two shits.
Lizzo helps you eat everything you want and keep physical activity to a minimum. Some patients report constipation while listening to Lizzo. Stop listening to Lizzo if you experience suicidal thoughts. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis.
Cut the fucking album! That's crazy. I just feel like, damn, I'm really that bitch. I'm really that bitch. I really showed the world how to love yourself and not give a fuck to the point where these men in Colorado know who the fuck I am and put it on their cartoon that's been around for 25 years. I'm really that bitch and I'll show y'all how to not give a fuck and I'm gonna keep on saying it. I'm gonna say, oh, 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 Lizzo.
Okay. Let me in the game, please.
Replaying your words there in my head. When you're not here, I'm stuck in bed. I'm starting to break. I'm starting to break. I'm starting to break down. Watch all of the bullets fall to the ground. You took a shot and I'm yours now. But I'm starting to break. I'm starting to break down. Break down. Break down. Break down. Break down. Break down.
Today I'm gonna show you guys how to
Wow. God, Tarkov, come on, bro. Thought we fixed this. I can't believe this.
I met you on a Friday, downtown Avenue Way. I didn't know that you were gonna be my getaway. I swear I never learned, can't live without the burn. So I light it up and feel the rest. Here's how you wanna be remembered. Killing broad side streets, cold like December. Is this what you came to
What the hell?
It's so pretty, but I can't do it no more. Leave the city and drive past concrete, and I know it's so pretty, but I can't do it no more. Why don't we go
So, let's see here. Really? That's weird. Crazy. Nah. I don't care about any of that stuff, man. Did I end up getting my supplies the other day? What are you talking about? Most of them. I started installing stuff and it crashed my computer, so I think I might have a driver issue somewhere. I gotta figure it out. Because I put the new reinstall in, but some stuff is installed on other drives, so I don't know. It might just be that this motherboard is just really fucking old and not being updated anymore. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm looking at getting a new computer.
Hamster.
What up, Dakota? How you doing? Yeah. That's what it is, man. Like, our computers being like, you know, 4 or 5 or 6 years old, it's always gonna be what it is, you know? So you can either decide to let it last as long as you want it to. I'm doing okay. Or you can let it fucking get older. Or spend a shit ton of fucking right. Yeah. Starting to think fucking servers are running like crap today because it's been really slow. For solos, at least. You think for solos it would fucking load faster? I'm fucking tired, man. I am tired. Ugh. I'm not really trying to go to fucking Windows 11 though. That's what sucks. I didn't hear you. I'm on a little louder. Everybody in together now. Bruh. Shit, I'm about to fucking watch YouTube or some shit.
Met hundreds of felonies.
It's Virus Syndicate. Boss fight.
Yeah, hey, you don't wanna fight with a boss. Left, right, and I'm writing you off. Spit 16 and frighten you off. I'm done with the hype, you lost. Next wave and I wave next. You man are old school like K-Rex. You don't wanna step to the apex. No, that wouldn't make sense. I bar heavy like waist bench. I don't really care if you maze hench. I'm not killer on mic. EMC's and I kill 'em on sight. Kill 'em on dubstep, kill 'em on grime. Kill 'em on quick and still 'em on time. Hey, traps and kill them online. I don't wanna thought, no, I don't wanna chat, yeah, I just wanna roll. Get that money in the bank and start that, give me that flow. It's a roadblock thing when we turn up to the show. We keep bringing the madness, ready, set, go. We keep bringing the next wave. We keep bringing the next wave. We keep bringing the next wave, bringing the next wave, bringing the next wave, 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 next wave. We keep bringing the madness, ready, set.
Guys are this inexperienced but are still dry. Would think that you wouldn't really want to be famous.
I wouldn't say 2020, but around that.
Yeah, that's you're a quick learner.
Yeah.
Here comes that bullshit, what up? 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 Watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go, watch him rollin', watch him go. He be rolling down the street, he be rolling to the
It's just so insane. These guys are this inexperienced but are still driving like they want to impress Rachel from Need for Speed Underground too. But whereas 91 did indirectly predict how Squeeze Benz was going to get caught.
Shit, what up? Enemy when it comes to doing stuff like this.
What's up? What you doing, man?
If you hold yourself to a high regard and you want to show people what you're doing all the time, and I'm talking like friends and family, then it could very well like go against you. What I do, most of my friends and family don't know that I engage in this behavior. You know, most friends and family like they don't know. So it's hard to, you know, for someone to come and, like, in a way, turn you in. The easier you make it for police to come investigate you,
cool,
the easier you will get caught.
He also
raids have been really slow loading, dude.
Like Squeeze.
Because of my channel, and because of Float's channel, and because of the videos we've been uploading, there has been an influx of people doing this and uploading it to YouTube. There are a lot of new channels that are coming
Yeah,
out.
we'll see what happens.
And I don't know, maybe in the future, an unfavorable outcome would be that NYPD or police get tired of it completely and they start, you know, passing laws and regulations. And they would come for me and Float or any other channel to kind of set an example of this is what happens if you do this.
And it seems like the police decided to do exactly that with Squeeze Benz. And I thought it was extremely risky they even dared to do that interview on the Critical channel. But apparently that was nothing compared to the new guy, Slow Benz or Squeeze Benz or Antonio, who blew up out of nowhere. And he did what they did, but infinitely more risky by taunting the police way more actively. And then he didn't just leave it at that. No, he went on a full PR campaign by going on to Tommy G's channel alongside of Where Is 981. And this documentary has like 8 million views. And that's just in the span of a month. Imagine doing something extremely illegal and you're just broadcasting these activities in front of 8 million people. That's more people than the entire country of Norway, all watching you commit crimes. That just sounds like a terrible idea. Why would you ever do that? Because obviously that is going to put a whole lot of pressure on the government to do something about it now that this many eyeballs are on this massive problem. But as you can tell by this clip, he knows, and I guess he just doesn't care.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
Really?
Yeah.
But he shows up to this video. Clearly, he's not the brightest, and that becomes more obvious after this clip.
That's insane.
It started like about a year ago. I got my first Benz, and I always did like little driving videos, and I never really took it to nothing. And then my boy started saying like, you know, mad people are blowing up off this, and I was just like, you know, that's just how it started.
Mad people are getting a bunch of social media following from doing this content, so I thought I'd just ruin my life as well. This is literally that cliff meme your parents warned you of. Well, they were jumping off a cliff, so I thought I would as well.
I'm curious, like you have a Lamborghini, at one point a Mercedes-Benz, I'm sure you go through a lot of different cars. Are you going on tour or just driving people's cars all crazy? You guys getting your own cars? Like, tell me about that.
I had my own car for a bit, but then I changed it up because I did get chased a lot, so I just realized, like, you know, doing long-term rentals is just a way better route. And then obviously I don't tell these guys I'm doing that.
Do you ever get blown up by the tour people asking what the hell happened?
They do ask, and then like I kind of just like, you know, I'm just driving the car, you know what I mean?
You mix danger, but there's also other people at risk when you do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that?
I've been doing this since like real since I was 9. I used to take my dad's car out, and I used to just bug out. I've been doing this for so
Yeah,
long
right.
now that I feel like
He's full of shit.
Like, like that's how I drive. There's been incidents where I've gone out with people and they try keeping up with me and they crash.
That doesn't make him professional. He's literally just describing survivor bias, and he's really reinforcing it here.
How fast do you go?
I mean, there's been a video on live where I've gone one-handed 210 miles an hour.
Filming with one hand, driving with the other, 210 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's insane. Did that scare you?
Not really, to build up a tolerance of just speed.
It was really just a matter of
The servers have been running like shit today
himself. Shout out to the
because they
police
did
for
a bunch of
actually stopping
changes.
him,
So
even though
yeah,
he apparently knew they were
But, like,
watching
I'm-
his every move, but he still continued.
Do you feel like
I backed out and loaded back in.
They sure did. But not only did he say this in front of 8 million people, he also
Like, I don't
followed
even know
this
if the
up by
servers
taking
are
one
up
of the
right now,
largest kick
honestly.
streamers
I'm
for
just-
a Joyride
I haven't even
live,
looked.
which went extremely viral as they literally crashed.
Steam
their
got attacked the other day?
And in my
No
video
shit.
covering that, I said it was inevitable. He was either going to hurt someone himself or get caught. And not even 2 weeks later, he was caught. But Neon in that video went on a tangent about, oh, we got to report this accident, which his posse, they weren't really a big fan of that.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. Just make sure that they like reported the accident. That's all that matters. What?
So a lot of people, they've been speculating that Neon might have snitched on Squeeze Benz. So much so that Neon actually had to address this.
All right. Well, you don't have to believe me. At the end of the day, I know myself and I know my morals, and my dad didn't raise a snitch, all right? Because my dad's been in situations where he could have snitched.
Neon
and
is
he didn't.
such a pussy. I'm
My
so
dad
tired
did
of
not
this
raise a
fucking
snitch.
loser,
That's not
dude.
the morals I grew up on. That's not the type of person I am, and I would never do that, especially to Squeeze, bro. Especially to Squeeze, because he's so wanted, bro. It's crazy. I would not do that, bro. I would not do that. It pisses me off that you guys think I would. Stop, bro. Stop. Lie detector, bro. You could put me on a lie detector. I did not.
Lie detectors don't prove that someone's not lying.
Kid, bro.
Okay, sure. But either way, it's not Neon's fault that he was arrested. I did some digging around. I found a comment on the H Street Reddit, of all places, that he was being held due to a warrant for a third-degree
To
assault
try and
charge out
see
of Massachusetts.
if
And
it's
his
the
next
same when
court
Tom
date is in
joins.
roughly a week.
Because I'm supposed to be playing with Tom
interesting
tonight.
for sure that he wasn't even arrested for reckless driving. But either way,
I was
this
already
driver's
supposed to be playing with
identity being
Brewski,
known,
but
and it's
his
only a matter
dog
of
has
time before
cancer.
they pin him
They had to
with
take him
all
to the vet.
antics he posted to his own social media pages. So was all this worth it for some social
So tonight's
media
just been
clout?
kind of like me
Probably not,
fucking around,
but
like
he's
messing with
19
settings
though,
and
so
shit.
that prefrontal cortex can't come in sooner. Maybe hindsight will kick in for him then. But either way, hopefully he gets a decent lawyer because he's going to need one. And this is just another example of if you play stupid games, you'll definitely win stupid prizes. But I mean, hey, at least he didn't steal $40,000 from a church to blow it on Candy Crush like
Okay.
this priest did. Because
Okay,
that is also...
wait.
This priest allegedly
Wait,
stole
what?
$40,000 blew it on Candy Crush, Pokemon Go, and Mario Kart. I don't even know how that's possible, but apparently the story happened in Pennsylvania. And the whole story
Of course it
revolves
did.
around a man who is Reverend Lawrence Kozak, who's 51. He faces charges of theft and related offenses after reportedly using a church credit card to spend $41,879 on mobile games from September of 2019 to July of 2022. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, an accountant noticed a high number of transactions linked to Apple on the church's credit card during a review in 2022. These charges were linked to an Apple ID registered to Kozak, who allegedly made purchases on an Amazon account for personal items like a tablet and a backpack for his goddaughter. When questioned by police, Kozak claimed that he might have accidentally used the church card for gaming because he's not really a details guy. As a priest, I guess that kind of makes sense, as they say the devil's in the details, and he would want to stay away from that. But apparently, he may have allegedly lied to police and doubled down there, so who knows? But the priest acknowledged using the card for approved expenses like streaming services and software, but suggested that he may have inadvertently charged game-related purchases to it. Kozak, he admitted to a problem with spending on online games and said that he was seeking help. The game he played included Candy Crush, Mario Kart Tour, and Pokemon Go. He also tried to offset some of the spending that he did on the church's credit card by sending $10,600 of his own money to pay off the church's credit card. This is such a bizarre story, and I feel like this church and the priests, they need to get a better picture of their spending. And that's where today's sponsor, Rocket Money, comes in handy, because I recently started using Rocket Money to track my spending. Thomas More Parish was placed on below and gets the family spending hazard for free. And that will help you maybe not spend $40,000 on mobile games. Without further ado, let's keep talking about that. According to a TechSpot article, Kozak was placed on administrative leave by the church in November 2022. His replacement at St. Thomas More Parish told police in 2023 that he received a letter from Kozak containing a check for $8,000. for parish reimbursement. The handwritten letter said, "I am so sorry that I've made a mistake, which has been any sort of stress for you." Kozak was then charged last Thursday and has since been released after posting a $250,000 bail. Okay, so I have never played Candy Crush before, but how is it possible to blow in the ballpark of $40,000 on Candy Crush? I haven't even heard of this game in like a decade, so I'm shocked that people actually still play this thing. But even looking for content of the game, most of the, I guess the big videos are like a decade old. Confessions of a Candy Crush addict. Maybe this gives us some insight in how someone can blow $40,000 on Candy Crush.
My name is Megan Dickey, and I'm addicted to Candy Crush.
Dude, it is so old. She has like a iPhone 5S here.
What's the easiest way to describe Candy Crush? Nothing can compare to Candy Crush. It's all about just matching candies in rows or in columns of 3. It's getting really serious right now. Sorry. I was really convinced.
Imagine spending $40,000 on this.
Oh, like it's not going to get me. Like these people are just crazy. Next thing I know, I'm spending hours upon hours playing the game. 8 consecutive hours playing it. Yes, I admit that. I'm then up all night into, I don't know, maybe like 3 a.m. I think actually that weekend, well, yeah, I guess it was kind of around July 4th. Well, I guess that makes it a little bit even sadder. Yeah, my mom was she was not happy. In the span of 1 week, I actually ended up spending $127 playing Candy Crush Saga.
That is way less than $40,000. But wait, okay, so she said 1 week. 127 times 52. That's $6,600 a year at that rate. Times 3. That's 19,812. So that is rookie numbers compared to this priest here, because he did double that. So he was spending $254 a day? No, a week. He was spending $254 a week on average. Times 52 equals 13,208 times 3 equals 39,624. So still not quite there. And that's to get to the 41,000. But I guess Mario Kart was in there, and also, what was the other game? Pokemon Go was also there. Yeah, he needs help. That's like, what how is it possible to blow that much money on a puzzle game? Just looking at the Candy Crush gameplay that they showed in this like short video here, it looks like a slot machine. Like it looks like something that old people would play at a casino in a very depressing and dystopian environment. It looks exactly like some of the slot machine games in Reno. Well, the problem here is there's no upside. At least with the slot machine games in Reno, there is a chance for you to actually, you know, get something out of it other than a dopamine hit. Is the only upside here a dopamine hit and I don't know, like in-game levels and in-game bragging rights? Because I don't think you can make money from Candy Crush. While you can't earn cash directly from Candy Crush, there's indirect ways to turn gaming into gains. Players can participate in online tournaments. Okay. So no, there's no real tangible way to get money out of the gaming end. So essentially they're playing for dopamine, which is so sad. Does she explain the transactions in this video here?
And you can buy like 5 additional lives at once, or let's say you just have like 1 more move, you might want to take out your lollipop hammer, but you're only given 3 lollipop hammers when you first start the game, and that's when you start buying just like smashing hammers like it's nobody's business. Yeah, I'm an addict. It's never ending. It's always something new. You could have to deal with like the crazy evil chocolate candies. Oh, I hate that chocolate. It just kind of always keeps you on your toes. If I were to like open this up right now, Jesus. So I have 50 seconds to hit like 50,000. Like you just feel like you're like kind of like going crazy. Pressure. I could end up playing this game for the rest of my life, which is kind of scary to think about. And I kind of don't want it any other way. See that? Yeah.
So they spend money to have more time to solve a puzzle, or to get another life to try to solve this puzzle again to level up. Man, I'm confused, and this is coming from a person who has like tens of thousands of hours in World of Warcraft. So I am familiar with video game addiction, but this puzzles me. And also in World of Warcraft, like I haven't spent tens of thousands of dollars on that game. I've spent Oh man, how much of, oh man. So I probably spent $480 on the 4 years I played WoW. But in those 4 years, I think I had easily clocked way over 10,000 hours because that was definitely a large chunk of my life. So yeah, very familiar with video game addiction, but I don't understand this. Not at all. I'm trying to put it in a way that I would understand this because there is no universe that I would pay in World of Warcraft to be able to defeat another team in some arena. But here, they're paying to essentially solve a puzzle or to get another chance to solve a puzzle. I'm trying to understand what they gain from it other than, oh, look, I just leveled up. So I guess that's worth paying for. Man, I'm lost. I am so lost here. But what's wild is I found another article that was also a decade old. Like, this is an article from like 2013. How women blow $400,000 a day on Candy Crush. And that's a decade ago. I don't know when Candy Crush peaked. 2015. Okay, so this is still years before their peak. And women were blowing 400,000 pounds a day on Candy Crush. Unlike so many online games, it doesn't involve killing, fighting, or a strong male character or highly sexualized female characters. What's more, it's deceptively simple and fun. The rules of Candy Crush are indeed simple. Players move a variety of brightly colored sweets or candies around a grid to line up at least 3 of the same sweet in a row. Every time a row is completed, the lines explodes, making way for more sweets to drop in. With more than 400 different stages, each more difficult than the last, the more are being added to all the time, players never need to run out of challenges. As a so-called
able to get in?
premium product, basic access to the game
Am
is
I the
free,
only
but
one?
users must pay
Are other
for
people
premium
having problems
services.
getting in?
Players aren't charged to advance through the first 33 levels, but after that it costs 69 pence for another 20 levels. Although
You're the first
it is
person that
possible
asked.
to avoid paying by asking your Facebook friends to send you extra lives. Okay, so you're
Wow.
paying for more quizzes. So this priest may have paid for 46,511 Candy
That's not
Crush
good.
puzzles.
I thought it was me.
I don't even know how to react.
I
to
haven't
that.
gotten into a
That's-
single
that's
raid
just
yet.
So insane. Who spends like a yearly salary on puzzles to play on your phone? Like, this is so bizarre. And also, there is Pokemon Go and Mario Kart, but still, just $40,000 of the church's money. You're supposed to be a
I don't see any
priest, and
posts
you're
about it.
succumbing to this? Bro, where is the impulse control? The other bizarre thing is, like, why did he think he was going to get away with this? Did he just not think the church would check their financial records? The whole situation just doesn't make sense. But the Archdiocese of this church issued a following statement to WEAU.com in response to this incident. Father Lawrence Kozak was placed on administrative leave by the Archdiocese in November of 2022. His administrative leave followed a review of St. Thomas More Parish's financial activity by the Archdiocesan Office for Parish Services and Support. That review resulted
Really?
in certain expenses and expenditure levels utilizing parish funds being questioned. The Archdiocese then referred the matter to law enforcement. Kozak was formally arrested on April 25th and charged with theft
Yeah,
by
the few
unlawful
times.
taking, failing to make the required disposition of funds, and accessing a device he was unauthorized to. Father Kozak remains on administrative leave. Overall, this is just such a bizarre and sad story because clearly this guy ruined his life due to having like zero impulse control. But forgiveness is a core part of Christianity. So it'll be interesting to see if the church takes him back and what consequences he will receive for all this, as he stole $40,000, but I guess repaid $10,600 and another $8,000. So
This
he
guy
has a
had
minimum
40
of
minutes.
$20,000 plus to repay.
Trying to
The
get
other
into a
question
raid for
is,
2 hours,
will
can't
you
get past
time for this?
matching.
I guess only time will tell. But hey, if you ever feel bad about yourself, at least you didn't run up $40,000 of your work's money on Candy Crush. Good job if you haven't done that.
Okay.
You should really pat yourself on the
PvP is
back.
working?
But hey,
Really?
look at that. You made it to the end of the video. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Subscribe
Crazy.
if you're new. Drop a like on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I haven't had these issues with PvP.
Sam Bankman-Fried is facing 115 years in prison for fraud, and I flew to New York City to watch.
Oh my god. That's so stupid. I don't know. We're gonna be able to play PvE tonight, dude, because PvE servers are not working for anyone. Hold on. Yeah, what, bitch? I'm talking to someone, motherfucker.
Oh,
damn.
Grab me.
You're all yelling, hello, 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 hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Still can't hear
I don't know
you.
if we're, I hate you. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fucking play PvE tonight, dude. PvE servers are like down for everybody. Yeah, people are having like, people have been on like trying to load into a match for like hours on end.
Oh, right. I was going to say, I don't even know how long I can play today. I just realised I didn't get my dad's stuff anyway.
Yeah. Well, PvP has been loading in like 2 minutes, so there's clearly something on their side.
Let's give it one more go.
Yeah, I'm back out of this one. Maybe we'll see what happens with 2 people. Maybe it'll load us in better. I don't know.
I've heard apparently if you if it gets to like past 30 seconds and you haven't turned the match, then you just hit back and then you just go again.
Well, that's how they were fixing it before, but this is flat out like just not working at all. Like I've literally had people come into chat and be like, "Have you been able to get in at all?" I'm like, no. I've been watching videos. I haven't really paying attention to it. You and your partner are trying? Gotcha. They're gonna be like, oh, well, there's too many people now trying to play PvE. But now the servers, you asked for 100% of people. You have to, to play it, motherfucker. Not be sitting on a loading screen. Send me an invite.
Yeah, I'm on loaded profile data. Oh, man. Oh dear, where's she going? Well, I got my big backpack back.
You get your thermal back?
No, I've got none of them back so far.
Weird.
We're gonna go out in the car shortly. No. You know we'll go out in the car?
Whoa, my ears.
Yeah, sorry, my little one's in my room.
I hear that.
Hold down.
Billy, shush.
Is she going to school or daycare or something?
Nah, she's off school this week.
Oh, nice.
Half term.
Too much energy.
Yeah, let's just go up.
Right. Stop.
Very much, too much energy. I don't know how she has so much energy like first thing in the morning. And it's me, I'm the mirror opposite now.
When I was going to school, I fucking hated waking up in the morning. I couldn't be like that. I was like, even as a kid, I was like, man, I don't want to get out of bed.
I don't want to fucking leave. I don't know. Right, where are we going? If we can't get anything. Customs night time. I assume you still need customs. I need to just kill them snipers. Yeah.
Wait, what? No, I thought you needed to go shoreline.
Yeah, shoreline. Shoreline is good.
I don't. I'm waiting for the last fucking. I have one more magazine to make for this stupid ice cream shit. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
at least it's crafted.
I'd already turned this one in. That's weird. So it's crafting the second one right now.
Oh, that's alright. Let's go shit line then. I need a bunch of markers.
You gotta invite me first.
Yeah. You are invited. The servers can't be that down if they recognise we're in a lobby together.
The hell does he want? Your folder 52. Who the fuck wants that quest?
I think there's like 3 of them. Alright.
Oh, it's the folder I gotta get from the sawmill.
Yeah. Shit line. What do I need to do in the shit line? Nothing fishy. Find the SUV.
Are we going daytime or nighttime?
We can go nighttime. I need to find the throne. Mark the health resort, the cottages, and the river pier. Mark all the ambulances. Well, there's not really a nighttime at the minute. It's 6 PM or
Let's
6
just go.
PM.
Yeah. I don't know how to fuck with my stuff. Just morning.
Yeah, I'm not going to daytime stuff.
I'm just gonna go with this bullshit and try to get these quests done.
Hopefully it'll be frustrating.
Oh, we backed out. We're loading into a different one. But yeah, it's other people have come in and said that the servers might be fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fucking shitty. It's the weekend.
Well, I mean,
it's probably the first weekend I've had PvE mode
available for everybody. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's gonna fucking probably take a massive shit on itself.
I was worried it was my fucking computer being a piece of shit.
I
have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing tomorrow either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to be up during the day or if I can sleep. I have no clue.
All I know is I've got to go and lift a load of shit again today. So draining.
You got to set it so that applications can't take over your stuff.
You are?
Like, you can turn that off, Triforce. It's called, like, adaptive lighting or some shit. Like whatever program you have controlling the bulbs. Because most games don't bother fucking taking over fucking RGB lighting inside a computer. That definitely sounds like something Borderlands would fucking do.
I'm gonna watch the Legend of Barry Blank.
Oh. Has anything actually happened on that stream at all?
He's standing in the middle of the road dancing.
Like, has he ever gotten in like a fucking bank robbery or anything?
No. He's been nicked by like the police twice, and that's it, I think.
For what?
Once for stealing a car, and I don't know, the other one probably the same thing, stealing a motorbike. That's about it. It's just really cringe to watch, like really fucking cringe. Like a bunch of grown adults are role playing in fucking Grand Theft Auto. Like, can't get much more cringe.
Watch this.
Hang on,
Here,
I'll close this fucking thing. I just can't watch it sometimes. I watch it for about a minute and then I'm just like...
Here's a Spotify. And SoundCloud.
Not going to lie, I miss watching you play Dark and Darker if you're just going to stand around, as if you were just doing the same thing.
Nah, dude, I just paid. Look at, literally. Dude, Chozo, this is insanity to me. These are all people. It's just outside the hotel. The server's huge.
Did you see what I said to him?
And they're everywhere doing everything. It's funny as fuck.
My fucking sub thing popped up and I go, not going to lie, I miss watching you play Dark and Darker if you're just gonna stand around as if you were just doing the same thing in real life. And he's like, wow, but Chozo, you don't get it. We're all standing outside the hotel dancing. This is huge to me. These are all real people. And he's like, wow, she's playing her own music. This is so cool. And I'm like, no, that's actually like self-promotional garbage that I don't give a fuck about. Like, who gives a shit? I closed it. I can't even watch it. Like here's the thing, dude. When you have actually like been in like good RP or watched good servers and all that other shit, you can't watch crappy ones. It's like watching a television show, right? Like if you see a really awesome TV show and then someone else comes out with the same exact TV show but it's like much less entertaining, you're not going to watch the shittier one. You're going to go watch the other one. You're going to spend your time watching the other stuff.
Just role playing as a grown man, I think, is just something very wrong.
Role playing, okay, listen, man. There's roleplay servers where all you do is try to find ways to like steal money or scam people and run from the cops and like shoot people and like all sorts of fun shit, which is what GTA is for. But then there's RP servers where they just stand around doing nothing, and those are so boring to me. Like, that's why like only 1 or 2 or 3 servers actually gets like super popular, other than like people just trying to play Second Life or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like you're in Grand Theft Auto, you literally can rob a bank and get into a police chase, or fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And but instead all you're doing is like listening to some person play their music on the sidewalk. Yeah. Like,
aren't I cool? Look at me.
and it's not like I didn't listen to the music for a second either. It's not that great. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not gonna suck everyone's dick.
Yeah, I just think it's pretty cringe to watch. It is cringe to watch.
It's just disappointing because like he's a good gamer. People are in his fucking channel to watch him play games. Like one of the reasons he got that, like all those people in Dark and Darker, was because he was really good at it. Even though the game is like gets boring to like people like us because we're people that want to play games instead of watch people that play games. Like he's at least good at what he does when it comes to that type of shit, you know? And it's just like wasted talent. It almost feels like giving up. Like RP is like one of those like really. Yeah, I like GTA because I can do things IRL. I can go around downtown Seattle and listen to a live stream musician if I want to. Why would I do that online? Exactly. It's just kind of if he's feeling burnout, it's one thing, but like there's two things to RP that are kind of like a catch-22. Everybody around you kind of expects you to always be there if you're like friends with them and shit, and then like if you want to go play other games and shit, now you're gonna feel guilty that you're leaving these people behind, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's just kind of like, why would you put yourself in that situation? You wouldn't. Especially now that you could actually be a variety streamer and go play whatever you want. Like, if he was really smart, he would take that viewership and show companies, hey, you know, like in Stream Elements, he would go and get like to play these fucking betas and shit that OnePeg and stuff does. You know what I mean? Like, love him or hate him, he gets paid to play the games by the company, or he gets like keys to play games that other people can't play to get viewers watching him, and it grows his channel one way or the other, right? But like, the one thing he's never going to do is just join an RP server and just sit there. You know what I mean?
No, this is it.
You think we're in?
Nope.
You want to back out and try again?
Can do. Yeah, back. I click back.
At least it pulled me out with you. I just think they're dead, dude. I think servers are just dead right now. I don't know. I might try to load into a PvP one. Everyone's saying the PvP ones are working fine.
Should I put some European ones on?
You can try. I mean, it's single player, so who really cares? Just make sure.
Exit out as well and just look at which European ones you
What?
can play.
What do you mean?
Like, what's your lowest thing in the European area?
Oh, I see what you're saying. In Southeast America, I have a ping of 9. In Northern America, I have a ping of 34. Let's see.
Northeast, I have 120.
Europe North, I have. Europe West, I have 124.
Yeah, I'll put that on. Any other?
South America.
South America.
Europe North is 130.
No way. I can't do South America.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Okay, Europe. Europe 133. Europe North. Europe South, Europe East is 150. That'd probably be as far as you'd want to go, right?
Yeah, you don't want to go.
And then we can do Russia West, I guess. I have 130.
I got 68. Yeah, I got 68 there.
Yeah,
what about
so
Middle East? Have you got?
Middle East, I've got 160. That's like the highest of the 100s.
What about Europe East?
Europe East is 148.
Yeah, that's a bit much. Let's just whack
Middle East is the one that I probably don't want to do.
Yeah, I whacked all of them, all the ones over. See what happens.
I just been kind of chilling. People are attacking. Wait, what? Nothing. I'm like, I don't understand what this says. Man City bans bang on ISO Swede's car after losing. Manchester? I don't fucking know. Like, does he own a fucking soccer team or some shit? I got no clue. Yeah, he's an idiot, yeah. He got me with a dog, right. Send me an invite.
Cypress, straight back in.
Right.
Line, 7 a.m. Next, right there, wait for you. There's a... Cheers. What's the Legend of Barry Blank again? The blank content.
This is a fucking funny post. I took my girlfriend's little sister out on a date so she knows how a guy should treat her when she gets older. Oh my god. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did Drake post that? Yeah, he may as well have. Drake bought a new home in Dallas, a $15 million 313 acre house. Because once you're a pedophile and you gotta move to Dallas.
What?
His mansion got shot up in Toronto. When did that happen? Yeah, he's Canadian, isn't he? Really? Here's another one. Shocking video. This pastor got on one knee and proposed to a widow during her husband's funeral. He's serious. That's why K-Dot called him. Oh. Yeah, you know what? Like, I've been hearing that a lot more lately about Canadians. That people are like really, really, really upset at Canadians for the whole like colonization shit. Never heard any of that type of shit like 10 years ago. I mean, some are. I never really knew of a bunch. I knew a lot of people in Quebec, and they were never like that. And I have some family from there. My family from Michigan are way more racist than my family from Canada. Against Native? Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on where you're from. But you're like the third person to say something about that in the last like couple months. And this is the first I've ever heard of it. I mean, that's the bottom line. Like, it is everywhere, you know? Like, it's not shocking. What is these loads, dude? I say just let it run for a bit, but if it's done, it's done. I might try to play PvP or I might just go to bed. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I've only got like an hour free, so...
Yeah.
So I've got to get there for 10.
Like, I finally went through and cleaned up my fucking inventory for like an hour. Like, you know, buy fucking... I mean, I don't have space in it really, but I wanted to get ahead on some things and before you got on, and I haven't been able to get into a server, so.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It is annoying.
Yeah, you should do a little bit when I'm not on and just catch up at some point again.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't know, we'll see what happens, Travelers. Let me just try to sleep, that way I can be up tomorrow. It's like 3:30 in the morning right now. Fucking stupid.
Let's have a look at the old Ukraine war map. I always find that quite interesting.
Does it show you like land they've lost and gained back and stuff?
Yeah, do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Bring it. Where are you? It's more near Kharkiv. I want to see what's going on. I want to see how much Russia's gained. They have kind of pushed in a bit from Belarus again. I bet it's fucking shit over there. I wouldn't want to fucking be there. You got a feel for Ukraine.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's so fucked. How much longer can it all drag on for? That's what really keeps going through my fucking head.
Well, I know that fucking Putin's talking about wanting to try to do a ceasefire, so probably he's losing his ass in terms of money and assets. Because here's the thing, Ukraine has had backing from other countries. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah,
like,
it's gotta be. But then that's when you want to say, no, we're not giving you a ceasefire.
Yeah, that's when they should say, fuck you, we're coming into Russia to take your land, bitch. That's what should happen.
Yeah, if I was Zelensky, I'd want to march on Moscow for sure.
Yep, absolutely at this point. Fuck yeah. And Moscow's not even that terribly far away.
No, exactly.
That's what's fucked up. Like you've got your capital right next to where you're fighting. Like, are you stupid?
I think all that's got to happen is the Ukrainians need to sort of like conduct some counter-offensive and get another great swath of land back. And until they can achieve that, then Russia can't really call it a loss.
Yeah. I think they should push. Zelensky should just straight up push for the exact land that he had before and then go beyond it, I think.
Yeah, they should just make a massive shunt to get Mariupol back. That's what they really need, and then they can bomb the fucking Kursk bridge or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
The bridge that leads them across into fucking that little island that is supposedly theirs. And then once they've done that, they'll just cut off half of it.
Yeah, because they got too much. Russia has way too much in the like flanking south, you know.
I think they had like this big panic button. It's like, shit, they're moving over here. Right, everyone on the train.
Yeah, right.
Right, they get there and then they fucking get off the train like, right, come on, get them. Shit, they're pushing over here. Right.
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
Back on the train, lads. Come on. Another 10-hour journey the other side of the fucking...
What fucking bothers me is the fact that, like, the US has a treaty with fucking Ukraine. And, like, while we're giving them weapons and shit, it's kind of like... I'm not one to advocate for, like, going to war for other countries. Especially since it would be literally against Russia. But, like, the second that Russia took, like, one of these county areas, like, or state, or whatever the fuck they call them over there. Yeah, one of these regions. I would have had airplanes in the air. I would have been like, oh, you're fighting our fucking ally? You know what I mean? Like...
The problem is Ukraine wasn't part of NATO, so this is where it's all gone very...
No, but our treaty with Ukraine had nothing to do with NATO. Like, America had a treaty separate of all of that.
Yeah, but then say, like... I don't know, of course...
That's what America should go to NATO and be like, hey, our ally's being attacked. We're probably going to do something about it, so you can either join us or just leave us the fuck alone while we do it.
Yeah, but then it's just going to be like World War III at that point.
I mean, not really. If NATO fucking abides by the fact that we're in NATO, they should fucking be like, yes, that's fine. Like,
they've got to have like a plan in place to like push them back within a day.
Yeah, NATO can straight up fuck off if their whole fucking reasoning for not doing anything about it is just that they're not a member of NATO. This still destabilizes the entirety of the area.
But that is the big part of it, because they're not part of NATO.
No, but that's my point. Like, NATO should still be like, we can't let this like get annexed. You know, they already saw what happened when the other area got annexed.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Crimea or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, Crimea, that's it. Yeah, Crimea should have never been annexed in the first place. At that point, they should have been offering military support and saying, right, we're getting... Because even Russia wasn't claiming it was them to begin with.
Right.
So at that point, at the beginning, the US should have been like, right, let's go and get this insurgents group.
Yeah.
You could have claimed it was an insurgent.
You said it wasn't you, so you shouldn't have a problem with us clearing it out.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go and kill this insurgency group and return order to Ukraine. And then that would have just stamped on the problem straight away.
Exactly. But they got fucking greedy. They're like, oh, we can get away with this.
I don't know. I think it's got a lot longer to still run this conflict though.
We didn't send any money over there, Triforce. We're sending them old ass gear that we don't use anymore. We have a shit ton of military stuff that we've just been banking over the fucking years that we have zero use for, that we have newer items because the US is constantly upgrading their shit. And we're giving them older stuff that has a value of that money, but that value has $0 to America. Like, it would be useless to us to have these items still. And also the whole thing is that yes, they do have to pay us back, but guess what? Countries that get annexed don't have to pay their loans back. So we should not let them get fucking taken over or we won't get our money back.
Well, this is the big thing because America's poured so much in, they can't back out now.
Exactly.
You can't. You're physically locked.
Well, it also, here's the thing. The thing that benefits us, even if we lose, is the fact that we weakened Russia so badly in terms of like their stuff they have, and just like the show of force of like how pathetic their tanks and everything are, and everything that's falling apart because it's all old shit. It's like, we can literally give one army top of the line America shit from like 20 years ago, and it just destroys Russian technology. So it's like
Cold War shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got nothing.
Yeah, so like once they run out of all that shit, it's pretty much done. Like, except for the problem is like they're allies with China, so China can just be like, here you go, here's some cheap shit, just to keep the war going. Because China now wants to
agreed to like not give weapons, but what they're doing is they're playing it on the down place. They're selling it as parts, and then it gets put together in Russia.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because
So
China
they're-
wants
they're
them
being-
to run through our money as well, because that like lowers our strength, right?
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah, so
they're China's playing like the devil's advocate and being like, right, we won't send you weapons or munitions or anything, but we will send you bullet casings, we'll send you gunpowder and the tips, and you have to put it all together. Plus, we'll send you armor plates that send the rigs separately, so you're not
Right.
having to you armor.
Right.
We'll send you a rig where you've got to install the armor. And then, yeah, I think that's how it's going a lot with China.
Well, the other thing that's fucked up is that the reason we have that treaty with Ukraine is because they agreed to destroy their nuclear weapons for the treaty. Them destroying the nuclear weapons would be like, they could have defended themselves against Russia by just being like, we have nuclear weapons. So like, it also weakened the shit out of Ukraine to even make them do that treaty in the first
But then
place.
That's also like, that's like nuclear weapons are just a deterrent. They're not really like
Right, and they would be deterring Russia from attacking them if they could just nuke Moscow. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even know why we asked them to get rid of those nuclear weapons, because that's just, you know,
it's
if
a double-headed coin, though.
it is, yeah.
Like, so they say they're going to nuke fucking Moscow or whatever, and then Moscow launches like, fuck, they're going to have shitloads more nukes in fucking Ukraine.
Well, I understand that, but like, what is Moscow just going to be like? We're going to be destroyed, so we may as well just fucking launch our nukes all over the world.
And then I reckon because there'd be like so many nukes fired in one area and going off like all over Ukraine or whatever, or Russia, like you'd probably damage the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
A nuclear war would fuck the atmosphere, like completely. It wouldn't just fuck like one country; it would fuck everyone at this point. Like it would be so devastating.
Damn, Ukraine just shot fucking some type of missiles into like way far away from the line.
Good.
No, not
As soon as they
Ukraine.
back out,
Russia shot that shit in there. Why are they saying explosions are being seen like out in fucking? They're like way the fuck
Ukraine
left.
defenses shot down. Yeah, the missiles that have landed that got through.
No, it says there was a Russian airstrike on a mall. Way the fuck
Ukraine
out.
defenses shot down 12. Cause they're buying all these drones off Iran. Russia also launched 2. I think Russia's missile supply is like almost gone.
They have to be.
Yeah, they have to be. They're just relying on these Iranian drones now. That's just devastating. That's just shit. Literally shit technology. You see what Ukraine's pumping out. Have you seen their factories? Like, if you watch a video on YouTube, them pumping out them little first-person view drones. They're making like 3 or 4 million of these drones every year now.
Right.
And they're just literally, you know, nobody dies, do they, from their side, from these drones.
Right.
It's just, you put their virtual headset on or whatever, you steer it into the fucking tank, and you're fucking in a little pothole somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, I think the drones have changed the whole conflict. It's like World War One with drones on top, so it's even worse.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking at the map right now, you can see the explosions happening on the other side. Like, what the fuck is this? What is this area that's over here that's all red?
Where?
Like on the left side. What the fuck is all that shit?
On the left, there's a tiny little bit of Russian occupied territory that was already there before.
Why didn't they just fucking melt that?
It's like, look at Kaliningrad. Can you see Kaliningrad?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, it's not in Ukraine. Like, that's a Russian territory. That makes no sense to me. Like, no sense at all. Like,
well, the fact that Russia was even able to fucking come in so far to the south because of that land bridge or whatever is like what makes this so fucking difficult. Like, they should have just blew that shit up or made it untravelable somehow.
yeah, they should send like some, like, subs or whatever, like remote control drone subs or whatever to just go and suicide into the side of it.
Yeah.
Like, they need to do like a mass attack on it. That's the thing.
Send 20% of our forces with tech? Dude, we could literally send like SEAL Team 6 and it would like annihilate so many of the commanders that they would just fall apart. like we don't need to send armies at all. Like, our drones are way more capable than a lot of the ones that are out there. We can literally just carpet bomb the crap out of the, like, any area that's marked red with like precision strikes. Like, we don't even carpet bomb things anymore. We're like, we can precision bomb every single little dot on this fucking map.
I don't know. It's all very fucked. I look forward to it being over.
Yeah, it needs to end.
It does. It does.
Then they got all this shit happening in fucking Israel right now.
I think that shit in Israel is pathetic though, compared to like Ukraine.
Oh yeah, that
like truly
it's
pathetic. Like,
it's
on the
religious
level of
fucking
scale,
it's religious
1 to 10.
fucking warfare for no reason.
Yeah, on the scale of 1 to 10, I would say Ukraine is the biggest.
Yeah, oh, of course, yeah.
It must be really weird living in the country, knowing that you're at like war with Russia.
It must be
Like,
weird
half
living in
the-
Russia, fucking knowing you're at war with a
like,
country you don't care about.
Half the fucking population is like watching Eurovision, and the other half is fighting Russia.
Yeah.
It's just a pretty fucked thing to think about.
So is Russia trying to take over everything up to the rivers or what?
It wants to have them. You know, last year when he made that announcement, or the year before,
Yeah.
that he was going to annex the Donetsk region, something else, like 4 regions or whatever. That was his goal or whatever after he fucked up the attack on Kyiv, which I thought was hilarious. Like, the first 3 days of the war was the most interesting.
Oh yeah.
Back Kyiv.
Yeah, and that was out of nowhere and they still fucked it up.
Yeah, and they got absolutely fucking, well, I wouldn't say they got demolished. They nearly done it. Like, it was just such an unorganized mess. Like, you watch that, can you remember when it started? You'd see that fucking column on the news, that 40-mile long column of Russian fucking military equipment and shit. Like, all driving into Ukraine, and you've got them all bunched together, like 40 miles long. Yeah, genius. Fuck.
It's like, let's just blow up all these at once while they're here.
Yeah, like fucking.
Well, and they kept breaking down too. Like, they kept getting broken down in front of each other and shit.
The level of brains put into it is just disgusting. there's just no organization to it. It's just such a sham military.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. Putin doesn't want to train the military because they would just fucking oust his ass. Like, that.
How many Russians have even died in Ukraine? Though?
It's gotta be awful. Gotta be terrible. Is it probably more than the Ukrainians at this point?
Oh yeah, I should think their numbers are probably like 10x of fucking... So it's very hard. So Ukraine supposedly lost since February 24th, 2022 to the 27th of February 2024. They've lost over nearly 500,000 men, 444,000, but 6,000 volunteers. So they've lost 450,000 blokes.
Russia or Ukraine?
Russia, Ukraine.
Okay.
Russia has lost from... Jesus. So this goes from February 2024 to the 27th of April. They've lost 450,000 men killed or wounded. They've got, from the 24th of February to the 2nd of May, they've got a guaranteed 127,000 killed. February 24th, I don't understand what French estimate. Oh, they're all estimates. So the UK estimate is 450k blokes died. America predicts
500,000 on this one.
350k. Russia does. So ignore what I just said about that 450k, because that comes from Russia's defense ministry. The US estimate is apparently Ukraine's lost 100 to 120,000.
Right.
So
there's an article that just came out. It says Russia loses 40 artillery systems, 27 APVs, and 1 aircraft.
According to Russian news, Russia has only lost an estimate of 85,000 to 107,000 blokes in Ukraine. So, yeah, good one. I don't know, you'll never know the full truth is the thing. You're never gonna know. I think it's brutal when you watch some of them videos. Like that one of the Bradley tank fighting the T-90. Did you see that? That was a quality video.
Oh, is that where they were shooting at the Bradley and the Bradley was just rolls over it?
The Bradley was just hammering the T-90. Just literally hammering it with rounds. Just ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And you'd see them all fucking hit the tank and like spark off. And you think, fuck, there's blokes in there. That's the only thing that goes through your head when you're watching it.
Right. You see the video of the drones flying around blowing up the tanks? With the guy hiding under the tank and the drone just flew under the tank and blew him up?
Yeah, I've seen loads of them.
Crazy.
I've seen loads of the footage. Half of it just looks so ruthless.
I mean, you're in war. You kind of have to be.
Just so ruthless.
I mean, think about it from the Ukrainian side. Like, people that are in that war, like their families and their houses and every dollar they own and everything could be completely gone because of...
It's the only reason as a Ukrainian... So you got more motivation as a Ukrainian to defend, because the further they push in, the more likely you lose your house, your home...
Exactly.
Your life, everything. Whereas the Russians...
They don't even need to be there. Like, who cares? Like, they...
Yeah, they're just there for the paycheck.
Right. No, they're not. I don't even think they're there for the paycheck. I think they're there because they signed up for the military. And
no, I think they're there because they're conscripted now. But then Ukraine,
well, yeah, conscripted
as well.
But so that's what I was gonna say. Is so in Russia, it's like you'd signed up in the military before, right? Now it's like, oh, we need people. So now you're drafting people that don't even want to fucking be in the army. So
Ukraine's doing the same thing, so it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. However, if you fucking drafted me and America was under attack, I'm gonna be like, it's time to go to war, boys. They called me up. I'm going out to fuck these people up for coming into my country. Not like, oh, hey, they drafted me and now we're going to go attack Europe. Cool. I don't really even care about Europe. You know what I mean? Like, it's drastically different, the motivation. Like, you're being drafted so that your family doesn't get murdered and slaughtered.
Yeah, like to defend your actual country.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, if it, like, imagine drafting people to go and invade a country. That's where you'd be like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not
yeah, exactly. I would literally be defecting over to Ukraine and being like, here's
I would be leaving the country.
Yeah.
I would genuinely have left the country if I was a Russian. Like the lad I play snooker with, he's Russian, and his dad's like on about going back to Russia, and I'm like, God, he must be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And it's just.
What does he say? Is he just like, my dad's fucking stupid? Like.
No, not really. Like, he's very pro-Russian still. It's very weird seeing his perspective on it all.
Right.
Like, and you talk to him about it, and you're like, he's like, oh yeah, everyone voted Putin back in, didn't they? Like, I spoke to him the other day about it, and I was like, you think he really got voted back in? Like, come off it, man. Like, his 5th term, 20 years, like, the only other person who's been in power that long in Russia is Joseph Stalin.
Yeah.
Like, are you a fucking idiot? Like,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like, come on.
The same
like,
fucking people that believe that type of shit are the ones that are all like the MAGA people in over here. Like, you can literally show them statistics and math and science, and they're just like, that stuff's fake. And you're just like, what? You can literally show them a piece of paper that says 1 + 1 = 2, and they're gonna be like, I don't believe that. Like, I can't deal with some of these fucking idiots. These freaking, oh my god, like, it's bad.
It is.
Like, there's stupid people everywhere, but like a lot of these like super Confederate inbred total fucking dumbasses, they think they're so fucking smart because they're in these groups of people that just like circle jerk each other talking about how great they each are, you know, but in reality, like, they're the dumbest fucking people you've ever met in your life. Like, I've literally interacted with a couple of them on Twitter where it's like, most recently there was in the Bronx, which is a notoriously blue area and also where a lot of minorities are in New York City. Trump had a rally. Well, all of the video showed how many people were there, and like, you know, they're like, oh, historic numbers of African Americans and minorities, and it's like all white people. It's like congratulations. Huh?
Have you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm? You must have watched Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, yeah.
Yeah. The episode where he wears the MAGA hat. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that one. Is it? I didn't even know about that.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. You've got to watch that one.
It's good.
Yeah, Larry fucking. He's got to meet someone for lunch and he doesn't like the person. He's like, right, I don't really want to go. So he's like, what is the best way I can fucking like offend people and put them off wanting to be near me?
Right.
And then he comes up with this genius idea of the MAGA hat.
Okay.
Or you know that fat dude, his friend.
Yeah.
I forget his, yeah. He's like, oh, why don't you get a MAGA hat? And he's like, that's genius. And he gets this MAGA hat and he's sitting in this restaurant, and obviously this bloke shows up. He pretends he gets a phone call and fucks off like 6 seconds later.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
And like, he's sitting there in the restaurant with wearing this fucking MAGA hat, and like everyone's looking at him, and like some black bloke like comes to sit down next to him or whatever, and he's like not got his hat on. He's put it on the chair next to him. He picks up the hat and fucking puts on the MAGA hat, and then this person's like, "Nah, I ain't sitting there." This guy.
Yeah.
And then he's driving along in his car, and like he cuts up this motorcyclist like a proper like biker dude, you know, like on his Harley sort of thing. And like he gets aggressive. He's like, "What the fuck you doing, man?" And then Larry just turns to his passenger seat, picks up this MAGA hat, and puts it on, and just faces the guy and smiles at him. And the guy's like, "Oh, that's fine. You're a Trump supporter."
Yeah.
He just drives out.
That's funny. Yeah, so it's a lot like that. Like, but like the thing is like, everyone's been arguing about how many people are like in this rally, right? Like to like view it. So like, first of all, it's totally debunked that like any people of like any type of like other than white are there. It's like 0.003% of the people there. But anyways, so the other thing that's of a huge contention of this rally is that they said, oh, there's 35,000 people here. And people are like, that park only holds 3,500 people. Are you sure you're not just adding an extra 0 to that? And then all of a sudden it was like, people are like, oh, 30,000 people showed up at this rally. And it's like, wait, where the hell, what happened to those other 5,000 people you were talking about? And then another fucking article from, or the same guy comes out and he's like, yeah, 25,000 people were at this. Like, why are you constant? Okay, like, take the number and stick with it. If you want to lie about how many people are there, you're not helping your cause to be advertising that your numbers are all wrong, like every time, and saying like losing 10,000 people or more now. And like, so this other guy posts out, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you guys said they were 35,000. Like, you don't, if you're gonna lie, like at least stick with the lie, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just admitting that you're wrong. And it's like, so why would you lie about it? What happened to this other number? And some other guy comes in and he's like, that's just to fuck with the liberals' head. And I'm like, no, you just look like a fucking dumbass. Like, do you want to look stupid, or do you want people, like, all that does is, if I was undecided as a voter, I'm just gonna be like, I don't want to be part of these guys. They're fucking morons.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Watch them clips.
it's crazy.
Watch that clip.
Oh, you sent it to me?
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting in this game, dude.
No, I don't.
I can't get out of it. It's Phil Rosenthal. He's just. What do you do? How many times can you say no?
You couldn't do the big goodbye.
I did the big goodbye. He saw right through it.
Ah, you know what I'll
makes
do?
me laugh.
I'll call you in the middle of lunch. Say it's an emergency, you gotta go.
I did that the last time I went.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm's funny.
Down for golf on Saturday?
It is. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. It's like one of the few American comedies I actually like.
I'm not playing with him. He's a Trump supporter. Never played with Trump supporter. Oh,
Really?
see him around town with that hat. Make America great again. I don't need that crap. He makes me want to not be anywhere near him.
He's explaining. Okay, yeah, this is funny. Yeah.
I gotta go.
Oh, hello there. Hi. I'm Phil Rosenthal. I have a 12 o'clock.
Oh yes, Mr. David's already here.
He is?
Fucking Larry David.
Wow. Very impressive.
It's amazing the power of the hat, though. Like,
Good to see you. Sit down. Sit down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, I'm so glad we did this. It was such a good idea. You were definitely right. I'm starving. I hope this place is good.
Yeah, it's great. It's a big portion, some the food and everything. It's really.
Yeah, because it's making like Phil is Omega guy too. So he's like, he doesn't want to be seen with him.
Yeah, actually, I heard that we have some budget cuts, and Ethiopia's a little expensive to shoot in. Was that one of the shithole
I want
countries?
one of
I
them
can't
MAGA
remember
hats
if
just
that
for
was
that
on the
reason.
list or not. Oh, look, I'm getting that thing. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. My son's flight got in early, and I gotta get him. I gotta go get him.
Really?
Yeah, no, really.
Let's send an Uber or something.
He needs to see me because he has a little anxiety.
No. You know what? Phil.
No. We'll something.
And he's like, hell yeah, fuck this guy.
Dora. I got
the people repellent.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't want to hang out next to the fat guy at the sushi bar. He puts the hat on. That's great.
You know what? Actually, I think we
The biker one's really good.
please. Huh.
Sad. Very sad.
He's just emulating Trump at this point. Sad, very sad.
I didn't even notice that. You know, now you say it. I
Yeah.
realized,
You little fucker!
I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
What the fuck?
I'm so
I'd
sorry,
rip
I
you
didn't
out of
see
that
ya.
fucking car! You little shit!
I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Just be more careful next time, okay?
We'll do.
Because the freaking redneck biker dude is just like, oh, all right, this guy's fucking.
What are you doing here? You haven't been here in a year.
What the fuck is going on with you? What are you talking about? You're wearing a MAGA hat at a sushi restaurant? Is it true?
Well, I did have the hat on, yeah.
What are you, pro-Trump?
No. Look, I got this idea to wear that hat so I wouldn't have to have lunch with Phil Rosenthal, and it worked like a charm. He saw me in the hat and he left the restaurant. It was amazing. And
I'm not surprised.
you know what? It's really coming in handy.
Yeah, because no one's going to want to be anywhere near you.
Exactly. It's a great people.
You know, look, if you're a celebrity, you can do anything you want. You can grab him by the pussy.
What did you say?
What?
Why are you wearing a bathrobe and that hat?
Oh, no. You're...
Oh my God, you're friends with that monster?
No, I'm...
No.
No.
I'm getting a lawyer.
No, what?
She's getting a lawyer.
Because your fucking dog got hair all over my cereal bowl. And that's not one thing.
That's so fucking, yeah. Oh look, we're still not in the fucking game. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit because I've got to get sorted. Fuck it, it's not worth it. By the time we get in, I don't have time to play. I feel.
Have I heard all the Drake and K-Dot disses? Yeah.
Right,
Drake got shit on.
We'll try another day, Trevor. I backed out. I don't know if it kicked you in.
Yeah.
We'll play another day. It doesn't look like it's working at the moment.
You know what pisses me off? Nikita made a post on fucking Twitter today that was like, "Have a good weekend, everybody." Did he know this was gonna fucking happen? Yeah.
Of course he did. He was probably like, ha ha ha, I'll turn the reserves down to 50% now and watch them all cry.
Right, exactly.
Because I can. Shit, I left my generator on. Fuck.
I'm sorry, my dear.
But yeah, that Mago hat shit was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm amazed you haven't seen that before.
I think I did. I just forgot. Like I've seen so many clips from that show. I've never actually watched the show. I've seen like episodes here and there. Like the TV, me watching TV is weird. Like everyone's like, "Oh, you should watch Breaking Bad," but I've seen so many clips of Breaking Bad that I'm just kind of like, I know everything that happens in the show. So I'm just kind of like,
Breaking Bad's fucking. It's alright. Yeah, I watched it.
yeah. I'm more interested in Better Call Saul, but I know I have to kind of, you know what I mean?
Are you gonna get a Trump 2024 hat? Make America great again?
No, because I live in Florida. Everybody else has those hats. It'd be like, it would be inviting more people to come and hang out with me.
It's not a deterrent where you live.
No, no, it's not. I live in fucking Florida, where it's like the worst.
Well, everyone's Trump supporters.
A lot of them are. It's bad down here, dude.
Really?
And it's fucked up because I live in Orlando, where it's like the blue area of Florida, like one of the biggest blue areas besides Miami. So it's like we're right on the hinge, but like we also have all the theme parks and shit. So all of the MAGA people come into town all the time. So there's almost always some kind of.
It's just funny.
Nikita posted, "Have a good weekend, people," and I just posted, "So like, did you know that the PvE servers wouldn't let anyone load in before posting this?" LMAO.
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry, my dear.
Fucking stupid game.
It just bothers me because like, for me to be up this late at night to want to be able to play with like you or Brewski or whoever. It's like,
it's just painful.
It ruins my day. It ruins the day before and the day after, because the day before I have to make sure that I don't like drain myself and want to sleep the whole time. And it's also the weekend, so it's probably not going to be fixed at all tomorrow either.
Yeah, this is it.
Unless he just like makes it into work on Sunday. I think it's the Memorial Day weekend too. It's a 3-day weekend. That's even worse for other people that work and shit.
Yeah, it is. Bank holiday Monday, isn't it?
They may as well just fucking annex fucking Tarkov.
Probably the servers have been on it.
I wonder what would happen if you were walking around Russia in a Make America Great hat again. Well, like how it would happen there.
At the end of the day, it's just words on a fucking hat. Right?
Exactly. They like Trump. Like when he went over there, they were all fucking nice to him and shit because they thought that he was gonna like build this whole new like friendship with Russia. And the Democrats hated it, so the Russians were all like, hell yeah.
I'm quite glad that Trump's not in power at the minute while Ukraine's at war, though.
Well, yeah, but this war is not going to be done by November.
But will Trump get back in?
I hope not. I don't. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't like Biden either. They're both old geezers that have no business being president. But like,
that's what I think.
At least if Biden fucking dies, like, the Democrats will pretty much have to take over, right? Instead of like MAGA taking over, like, because there's more unhinged. There's people that are more unhinged than Trump in MAGA.
I just don't think Trump should be even allowed to really run again after that bullshit where they stormed the Capitol.
Yeah, that's the big contention going on right now. He's going through court stuff about a bunch of different things, and the funny thing is that the only one that's going to be done in time for that is whether or not he used campaign funds to pay off a porn star that he had an affair with. Like, everything in our government's fucked, man.
Yeah, I just think it would be better if he doesn't get to run again. He shouldn't get to run again. Like, nobody else has ever tried to overthrow the election.
Well, and this is the thing: if he's considered a felon because of what he did, because what they're trying to tie him for right now is a felony, I don't know that there's even a law that stops a felon from becoming president, even though we have laws that say felons can't own guns. So, like, I have no idea if there's a way for that. Like, this never came up before. This has literally never come up before. And the thing that sucks is, like, half the country, quote unquote, is on his side. I'm just using their words. Like, I think more people don't want him, but like half the country, you know, is like, oh, Biden cheated on the fucking voting. Oh, Trump didn't win because of this. Oh, he should have used the vice president should have used his executive power to flip the vote so that Biden couldn't become president. And it's like, they don't realize that when they say these things, it's like, that's insurrection. You're literally asking to break the Constitution in half with all this shit. And you support this. Like, what's your fucking problem? Like, I just want to punch.
You're killing democracy.
Literally, yeah.
Like,
They don't want democracy. They want to go back to the Confederacy so they can own slaves again. Half these people are racist pieces of shit. They're xenophobic, racist, homophobic. They're so fucking afraid of all of these fucking things that they are trying to act like they're so strong and that they have all these guns. And I'm just like, bro, you realize liberals have guns too, right? Like, we have lots of guns also because we can't trust you. do you think that we just don't buy guns and then you guys get to buy all the guns and we wouldn't notice this? Like, you shitting me? Like,
the whole thing with guns over there is just pathetic anyway. Like,
yeah.
I prefer the UK.
Yeah.
You hardly ever get gun crime, man. Like, very, very rare.
It's so deep rooted in our fucking history that, like, there's no way they can actually get rid of the guns short of like trying to do what Australia did. But it's so far gone at this point that they wouldn't be able to do it, I don't think. And on top of that, all the people that have guns that people are afraid of, the people that are afraid also went out and got guns because, you know, obviously one side can't be armed and the other one not. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of, it's a fucking catch-22. Because if we try to outlaw guns and a civil war breaks out and only the Republicans and conservatives have all the guns, then obviously they're going to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, it's all fucked.
It is all fucked, yes.
Like, I like the UK. Like, the worst you get is a stabbing over here. Very rarely do you get a shooting, and then if there's a shooting, I mean, like, the police will go to no end to find the fucking weapon. So different over here. Like, guns are so unseen and unheard of. Like, I think possessing a firearm in the UK and you'll get, like, fucking 14 years imprisonment or some shit just for possessing it, and then imagine if you do something with it on top. And then you get these gangs smuggling in guns or reactivating deactivated firearms or whatever. That's basically all it is in the UK. They think they're like some stupid big man, and then they go to fucking, like,
yeah,
you know, like somebody owes them money and somebody pays for a hit on someone or whatever, and this idiot goes there with a gun and ends up killing a fucking 11-year-old girl. And it's just like, really? Like, so you fucked up shooting the bloke that you were meant to kill, and instead you killed a kid. Like, genius. Just fucking genius. And then we've only had one fucked school incident, which was this year, or was it last year? I can't remember, where some kid stabbed two pupils and a teacher. Like, why he possesses him to do that? Like, why would you, or her to do that? Like, why would you fucking go and stab your fellow classmate? It's just really weird. I'm amazed that game's still going.
It started stupid Triforce. Reddit is such a fucking shithole, though.
I can't understand why Russians really continue supporting Putin either. Like, he's not really done anything to like bolster the
Bro,
Russian
it's like you
way of
said.
life. Like,
It's like you said, thinking that he won an election, right? Like, no. If you're just against him, he'll just kill you.
yeah, pretty much.
Like, those people are afraid of their government as much as they are, well, as much as our people are afraid of the police. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. It's just fucked.
They need to just kick Putin out realistically. Somebody
Dude,
else-
there was almost a coup, but that fucking dude like backed off at the last minute. I forget his name.
Yeah, it's Prigozhin. Yeah, fuck knows why he done that. I can't understand that. Yeah, let's go and stomp.
Dude, listen, it's because
He could've
Putin.
done it as well.
Yeah, he could have done it, but it's because Putin got something against him, got something on him, like a daughter, a family member, or something, tied up in a fucking basement somewhere, and the guy's like, "Motherfucker, no, praise Putin." You know what I mean? That has to be what happened.
I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be something like that. He should have just continued whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised if that dude shows up dead at some point, anyways.
He is dead already.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Like, where have you been?
I
Killed last
don't
year.
fucking care about what happens in Russia. I care about what happens everywhere but Russia.
It wasn't Russia though, it was in Ukraine. He was on his way for a meeting or some bullshit in a private jet and it got shot down.
Meaning who?
Presumably Putin, I imagine. His number one and number two of the Wagner group. So himself and his like co-leader of the Wagner group were in the plane at the time, and obviously got hit by a missile. And yep, that's the end of him.
No surprise there, really. Think about it.
Yeah, it was no surprise at all. Like, you've just fucked with like one of the biggest, scariest blokes on the planet.
Like, how long has Putin been in power? Like 20 years at this point?
20 years now,
Yeah.
It's not normal. Like, if he has another term after this term, it's where it's getting silly. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
Why do you want this 80-year... Like, how old even is Putin? That is the question.
He's got to be in his 80s.
He's 71 years old, apparently.
He looks way older. Oh, that can't be true, dude. That's gotta be a lie, bro. Like, come on.
That's Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. I can edit Wikipedia. Come on.
I reckon that's true, dude.
Probably, but still, that's crazy.
71, so that means he could potentially have like 2 or 3 more terms in the longest, so another 15 years of Putin or 12.
Maybe he'll have a stroke. How come these dictators never fucking die of just like strokes and shit? Like, where's their heart attack? How has Trump not had a heart attack at this point? He doesn't live healthy. He lives off McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Like, where's all these things that are supposed to kill me for eating McDonald's and Coca-Cola all day? But like, people like Trump can just, oh, hey. They're out there fucking old as shit, shitting their pants every day. Like, just fucking nature. What the fuck? Like, take care of this shit for us, man. This is why I don't believe in religion. Because if there was religion, people like this would just get struck by lightning or something.
Oh, look at that picture of him.
What?
Putin dressed in a yellow hazmat suit visits coronavirus patients at City Clinical Hospital number 40 in Moscow, 24th March 2020.
That's the other thing that's fucking crazy to me. Like, all these people that are in America that are like anti-vaxxers and shit. But it's like, it's all over the fucking world. People have been affected by this shit. And yet they still think it's just like, it's just the common cold. like, I hate to say it, man, but like anti-vaxxers, I just almost wish they get whatever fucking disease they don't get the vaccination for. I mean, for fuck's sake, measles is back. Like, measles was pretty much gone. Like polio. And like, it's making a comeback because people are anti-vaxxing. Because they don't trust the fucking government because... And I'm not even government, but I'm pretty anti-government. But like, I trust doctors. So if my doctor tells me, yo, you should get this vaccine, you know what I mean? Like, how does that fucking make any sense to not do that? It's so stupid. It's whatever, man. It's all stupid.
It's all fucked.
I'm just glad that I've got like 40 to 50 years left into me where I don't have to care, because I'm gonna fucking eventually just like wall myself off to the rest of humanity and not care.
Well, another 40 years we might both be gone, you never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We might not even get to Putin's age.
Yeah.
Well, my dad didn't even reach his fucking Putin's age.
That's true.
It's like, it's just madness. So chances of me reaching what Putin is now is probably not great. But you never know. I suppose your lifestyle depends on it partially.
What did they ever say? What ended up happening?
Yeah, you had heart failure.
Heart failure. So have you gone to the doctor and had them check you out since?
Nah, what the fuck.
I mean, here's the thing about that. I can say that because I don't really have any like kids or anything, but you got like kids, you know what I mean? So like, wouldn't you want to like extend your life as long as you could for your kids so that you could be in their lives longer?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't think it's a concern at the minute, is it? Like, it can be hereditary, but like, all that means is then if I have got something like that, I've then got to go through surgery and have like my chest cut open.
well, yeah, but I mean, that might, getting it early might make it fucking an easy process versus later on you being stuck in a fucking wheelchair for the rest of your life or some bullshit.
I don't know. I haven't really put a lot of thought into it, to be honest.
I mean,
think, you know, what happens. That's like,
I feel like if they know exactly what happened, then yeah, no, I get it, but I mean, like,
really get like a shit death. You know what I mean? Like, his death was very peaceful. Like, he
well,
just
right, I get that, but like at the same point in time, it's kind of like, it would be worth the question, you know, just to be like, hey, this is what happened with my dad. What do you think the chances are something like this happening to me, and is it something that's preventable? Like, because it might be something where they just literally like monitor your fucking blood pressure for a certain amount of time, and then they say, okay, well, you have, or like a CAT scan.
It wouldn't be preventable, I'd say, because eventually it will happen, whatever, right? Like, it would be, we can reduce the chances of it. But
well, no, it may literally be something where right now you're at the healthiest that you're going to be, and tomorrow you might be a little less healthier, tomorrow you're a little less healthier than that, to where, like, if you took this pill today, you basically stop getting worse, right? Wouldn't you want to do that, like, a year earlier than being worse and then finding out you could have taken it a year earlier and not been as bad? You see what I'm saying? Like, with my back being fucked up, if there was some type of surgery that I could do, like right now the risks are really high where I could like lose the ability to walk, so it's not worth it for me. But if there weren't those risks, I would just do it immediately, because like I don't want to worry about when it's going to get worse next, because it doesn't get better. That's the thing about health. Your health doesn't get better on its own. Like you only go down steps, right? So like this last week, my sciatica has been terrible because of different calcification of like where my bones are at in my spine.
The way I kind of look at it is I just sort of think, I don't know, like he went naturally, peacefully in his sleep. Like it's not the shittest way to go, right? Like,
yeah, well, okay, and so this is the thing, right? Like that lucky, like you're only lucky if you can die like that. Let's say you're driving down the street and you got your family in the car, and then it happens to you, and you're the one driving the car. So that's my point, is it's like if you have a situation where you know that something potentially,
but then you would feel, I suppose, like just because he was sleeping he didn't feel it, right? Like, but obviously if he was awake, you would feel like a chest pain beforehand. Does that make sense?
I mean, it might have woke him up and he just didn't fucking know. Like, I mean, you weren't there,
like
you know?
I weren't there, but I found him. Like,
Yeah.
his eyes were like fully shut. Like, you could tell he didn't try to wrestle it, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, like, you know, he's got one hand behind his head and the other hand is hugging the pillow. Like, does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
He didn't fight it. Whatever got him, still, when it happened.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's a deep sleeper.
it.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like knowing, like, if you know that your family is like potential for cancer or something or heart disease, if you can just literally go and get like a fucking, if you can just literally walk in and get like a CAT scan and then they say, oh, well, we noticed this. If you stop eating this one food and switch over from pork to chicken, you'll probably extend your lifespan 10, 15, 20 years. You wouldn't want to do that. And then instead of finding out later where they're like, well, maybe if you didn't eat so much pork when you were this age, this would be reversible or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I just sort of think that, you know, like, everyone's gonna go eventually, and you might as well just enjoy what you enjoy. Like, fucking, you know, everyone shares the same fate. Eventually, all you're doing is just adding years on for what? Like,
well, okay. Again, though, like, it depends on what you have. Like, it depends on what you want to extend. If you're in pinnacle fucking health at the age of 70 years old and you're traveling the world and enjoying vacation and you're a millionaire, I would want to extend that. If I was broke as fuck living in a hovel somewhere, I'd want to die earlier. If I didn't have any family, I wouldn't even care if I was still around. But if I had like younger kids or something, or like grandchildren, like this is what you got to think about, right? Like, you're thinking right now. So let's say that your daughter grows up and you're still alive, and then she has kids. Wouldn't you want to extend the grandchildren thing? You see what I'm saying?
well,
Like,
as long as I get to, like,
yeah.
The chances are I'm probably gonna meet them regardless. Does that make sense?
Well,
Like,
yes.
As long as I sort of get that meeting of them, I don't really care. Does that make sense? It's sort of like.
Well, I mean, meeting them makes sense, but not caring if you do meet them, okay, I worded that wrong. Not caring as long as you got to meet them still doesn't make sense, because it's like, you know,
Well,
like,
you put your time and effort into them, like, whilst you're still with them, but like nothing should change the way you live. Do you know what I mean? Like, it should be up to you completely.
I don't know if there was, let's just say that there's like, let's just say I really love peanut butter, and if a doctor told me, hey, yo, you should cut back on your peanut butter, it's going to cause you to have this problem or whatever, I can either be like, fuck you, I love peanut butter, and then deal with whatever happens. And sure, yeah, I support that as well. But at the same point in time, if later on in life I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look at that and I'm going to say, man, I really wish I didn't eat so much peanut butter, because I wouldn't be, you know, stuck in a wheelchair right now or some bullshit, or have like a pacemaker or some shit. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of shit that, like, there's worse things than death, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, but then it's just something that everyone's got to go through. There's no point fearing it. Like,
no, I'm not saying fear it. I'm just saying, like, facing it head on. It's the opposite of fearing it. Like, if you're afraid of them finding something, then that's more afraid. Like, getting checked out, there's nothing wrong with getting things checked out just to see, you know?
It's also like the not knowing. Like, I think my dad knew he weren't well towards the end, and he just didn't go and get any help as such. But then he didn't really have the want to be here after he lost. It also depends on like your personal circumstances.
Yeah.
Like say like I get to 60, right? So I'm 60, and sadly my wife passes away, who I've been with for like 40 or nearly 50 years at that point. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, you're not going to go find another wife or anything.
Yeah, do I want to drag on? I'm just going to be miserable, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's the whole thing, though, is it's like, yeah, you may lose your wife, but you've still got your daughter and, like, whatever family she has. Like, unless you don't. Like, I don't know what kind of life you're going to live at that point or what happens. But, like,
well, yeah,
you know, you can never tell. But the whole thing is like, at that point, you still at least get to make the choice. You're taking the control in that situation to know what's going to fucking happen to you and how, like, what it could do to you. And then you can make the decision. Do I care? No. Then you don't do anything. Who cares? Nothing changes.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I feel my dad did. But you're also like, you know, in your head that they're gonna get more than enough and they'll be comfortable, right, at the end. Like, it doesn't matter.
Well, but here's the other thing about it. Like, you now have this in your head that this may happen to you. It may be hereditary. So, like, you're just kind of expecting it, right? Like, But like, what if it never happens and you've just been sitting there afraid to do other things or afraid to like chance stuff because of it? Like that might start affecting your choices later in life where you're just like, well, I'm getting kind of close to that age where probably something's going to happen and nothing may happen, but it may affect every decision you make from that point forward. You see what I'm saying? Like the only thing you're doing at this point in time is removing the entirety of your ability to make a choice in the decision. Because here's the thing, if you go get it checked out and they find something's wrong, you can still choose not to do anything about it. But it's your choice to do so. You've literally taken quote unquote God out of the equation by making it your, I know, but I'm just saying the faith of the situation is what I'm trying to say. You're making it your 100% choice. I don't give a flying shit if this heartworm or whatever it is does kill me. Or, you know what, fuck that. I'm not gonna die just because some fucking bullshit happened to me that's beyond my control. I want to go fucking live longer. Like, you actually get to decide which of those two outcomes, right? And it may not matter, you may get hit by a car the next day, but you still got to make the one decision that at that point in time, a normal person wouldn't know that they had a decision they could make, right? I guess that's what I'm saying. I would rather always have the decision.
I feel like, just with my dad, like, particularly, like, he was very broken losing my stepmom, right? Like, like he didn't have.
But that might have been his decision right there, is just to be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. That's kind of how I view it. And
yeah.
Sort of like, but then you got your son or like my daughter, and I go, well, I see suicide as like a coward's way out. Does that make sense?
Right.
So
yes.
You're thinking in your head, right? I don't want to do that, so I'm not gonna.
Yes.
Then remember me as a coward. Or,
right.
You know, someone's looking for the easy way out. So what do? You just ignore things, right? So if you feel shit, you just ignore it. Take some tablets, go to bed, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just drag it on until it takes you naturally. Does that make sense? Rather than you being seen as a coward, quote unquote.
I mean, yes, but the other point of that is to also just kind of you're kind of wussing out from giving yourself the ability to make the decision on whether or not you wanted to in the first place by just letting life happen.
Yeah, but then you also don't know when it's going to happen. So there's also that flip side.
But I mean, you could literally go and solve the problem medically 100% and still die tomorrow in a car accident. So you still don't know when it's going to happen. It may be 100% irrelevant, but it's still your choice to say, well, this is not how I want to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least not yet. Because later on, you can always just decide to like not take the pills or whatever, right? Like, or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm fairly sure my dad was doing that as well. He weren't taking the pills. He'd go and buy the full subscription.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because he just didn't want it anymore. You could there was signs. I know he didn't want to be here anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's sort of like. There was nothing more I could do for him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Now the question comes is that at that point, if you know that these pills are keeping you alive and you actively don't take them, is that still suicide?
It's not like, I wouldn't even say they were keeping him alive, or it was more like antidepressant pills and happy pills and.
Oh, I'm talking about like if they were heart pills. Let's say that you know that you have a heart problem and you just stop taking the pills.
There might have been some sort of heart pills, but like I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
He was on a lot.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you. Let's say that it was a heart problem and you had to take pills, and then you actively decide, I'm not taking these fucking pills anymore. My life is in shambles. Fuck these pills. That's still technically kind of suicide, isn't it? Because you're like. You're pushing you're pushing the button that launches the train cart, right?
It's a choice, isn't it? It's like,
yeah.
Like, do I drink 10 beers? You know, do I go and have a whole bottle of Jack Daniels and a packet of paracetamol? You know, that is suicide.
Yes,
like,
yes, right.
When you're not you physically do nothing, it can't be seen as you're encouraging. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it is seen as giving up, which is paramount to the same thing.
It's giving up. Yeah, it's giving up. It's not suicide. It's just you've given up on everything. You know, like it also depends on like your mentality. I feel.
Yeah.
Like it was hard. It was hard for me the past like 4.5 years since my stepmom passed. I even had a conversation with him just before Christmas, and he's like, "Oh, I sometimes get the impression you don't want me here anymore." And I was like, "Dad, no, it's not that at all. Like, I love you to fucking bits. Like, I don't want to see you go or anything happen. But you are always down. You're always depressive. You put me in a fucking shitty mood because you're always just like, you're such a mental drain. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How you can be Like, and then because of your drinking on top of it, like you can never drive anywhere, so you can't go anywhere, you can't meet me anywhere, you can't go
Can't
out
do
after
anything,
hours.
can't experience anything.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
find happiness if you can't go looking for it.
Yeah, and I can't be your personal taxi service that comes and fucking picks you up every week. And makes you
Right.
feel bad.
So-
You know,
so-
I can't.
Yeah.
And
So
I had this conversation with him because like, he confronted me on it, and I was like, no, this is not the case at all. It's because you put me, like, so for like the past 4 years, imagine hearing about your fucking stepmom every time you go around there, and that or you see him 3 times a week, yeah, and he goes, oh look, we done this 4 years ago today.
Yeah.
He's reading their fucking diary every time you fucking go there, all the fucking time, consistent, and it's just, it doesn't escape. Yeah, it's not an escape. And then after you've put up with this bullshit for like 3 years, you're starting to get thin to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just sort of like you can't keep listening to it. It makes you depressive,
Right.
Because of his depression. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that was what was going on with me and my dad towards the end. Was I was getting depressed because he was consistently depressed. Does that make sense?
Well, okay, so this might seem a little callous, but like I would view that if I was in a similar situation, that my dad would be being very extremely fucking like what's the word? Selfish. Because like at that point in time, he's literally not really having the rest of his life with me. He's living in the rest of his life in this nightmare and pulling me into it, right? Like
Yeah.
Like I would be fucking pissed about that. I'm sure you probably were.
Yeah, I was. It was like towards the end of last year, I was starting to like reduce the amount of time I would see him because I was getting depressive, I was getting down. You know, it's also
Yeah.
like doing the same thing over and over and over again. It was not like anything new, nothing exciting.
See, my mom used to do that shit about my dad when they first got divorced, and she'd be like, oh, this, that, and this other thing about your dad. And I would just be like, I don't want to fucking hear you talk about him because fuck him, he's a piece of shit and he left you in a bad way. But that doesn't mean you can't fucking live your own life. I want to hear about what you do on your own to go off and do the next thing. And I don't want to hear about all this old shit. I don't give a flying fuck about the past. And like after like six months to a year of beating that into my mom's fucking head, she finally understood that I was trying to get her to actually not be depressed all the time, not want to fucking jump off a building and all this other shit. And I told her flat out, I was like, listen, I don't fucking talk to my dad because of the way that the way that he treats you, first of all, and because you're my mom as well, you know, like no one, like, I don't give a fuck. It's the man's responsibility in the time frame and the generation that I come from to take care of his family. The wife is a part of that fucking family. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that my dad was abusing her and all this other fucking shit, I would never take my dad's side in that shit. You know what I mean? So like,
it's all very
it is, but like now that she's broken free from all of that depression and whatnot, she went out, she's like, she has her own place. She lives with like her, not with people, but she lives in an area that are around her family, like her twin sister and shit. And so like, I don't have to worry about her. Like, yeah.
Like, his whole life was built around this lady. Yeah, like he
Right.
you know, he would do everything with her. Does that make sense? Like his house.
Yeah.
was a temple.
Well, her life was built around him in a similar way, except for he was abusive to her, like in a very shitty way, like verbally, not like physically.
So yeah, like there was nothing like that. But it was
Yeah.
just- for me, it was his life was literally built around her. He'd do everything, go everywhere, all this bullshit. You know, like they would do everything together. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? And then when she just suddenly disappeared in a 6-month period from being diagnosed with cancer to death, you know,
Right.
and he watched it, that fucking just ripped him.
How old were you when this happened?
This should have been 4 years ago when she died, so I would have been 27. And then, like, you know, I got my dad coming around to my house, and he's starting to get depressed, like, before.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, and then he's coming around, and he's like, said she's only got, like, a couple of weeks to go, and, you know, and he's...
Well, and he was a big part of your world too.
Yeah, and he was, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's just
so-
sort of like, yeah, and like and then obviously this all happened through a really shitty period.
I don't know, I
as
haven't
well.
tried.
COVID was
Yeah, yeah.
COVID was there, so he couldn't go outside, he couldn't see people. It was a lot of
It
bullshit.
multiplied the terrible feelings he was already going through.
Yeah, and then being trapped on his own, he then developed this drinking fucking problem, heavier, like a lot heavier. Like,
Which
he already
also
had-
isn't good for heart problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. And there was no real warning signs, I think, is the other side to it with him. Like, the only warning sign I can see is obviously, like, when I saw him on the Monday before he passed.
Right.
Like, I don't know. He said he hadn't been feeling well, so there was something not right then. But he didn't recognise it. He just sort of, maybe I'm not 100%. And then I looked through his phone, obviously, since he's passed, and I can see it was one of his friends. He's having a conversation, an ongoing conversation for like the past year and a half.
Uh-huh.
So the only inkling of his heart failing is his messages to his other friends. Like, there was nothing said to me. It was,
Yeah, because he knows you'd fucking do something about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he's just going to his friends.
His friend should have fucking said something too. That's really fucking lame that he never fucking.
I don't know, but then, but it's not like a proper warning signal. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you read it? Like, it reads, "I feel tired tonight. Can we give it a miss?" That's it. And you just go through his messages.
Yeah, but how many times did he say that to his friend? Probably a lot over a year.
A lot.
Yeah. So like, okay. So this is the thing. I'm like in my 60s, 70s, right? 60s or whatever. 50, even 50s. Like, if I'm sitting there and I'm going out with my friend all the fucking time, and then all of a sudden I start telling my friend, "Oh no, man, I'm feeling too tired." Yeah, that would make sense a couple times. As the friend, I would be like, "Hey, man, you sure you're doing okay?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would start getting really suspicious about that.
But this has been going on for like a year. Like these messages saying,
"Yeah,
and we give it a miss tonight." And then his friend, it wasn't just my dad; it was coming from his friend as well. He's like, "Oh, I'll finish late at work today. I'm feeling a bit shattered. Can we give it a miss?"
So they both were just like backing out.
Yeah, backing out on each other, and it was just sort of like, and you can see why it snowballed. But the only inkling was just a message saying, "I'm tired." Like, that's the only symptom of heart failure he had. Like, that's the only thing you can put it on.
What about his dad? Does his dad also have a problem with heart problems?
No, so my granddad died of cancer, so his.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't even. Yeah.
So like, yeah. So realistically, I look at myself and I think, fucking hell, I'm like midlife already, because my dad got 65, my granddad got 67.
Right.
Good chance I'm gonna make it somewhere in my.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm too fucking stubborn, man. Like, I would just be like, I'm not fucking going out until I go out on my terms.
I don't know. It's just sort of like, as long as I see past 60, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if I hit 70, I think, fucking hell, I've done well. Does that make sense?
Right, yeah. I think anybody should have that as a fucking goal.
Yeah, like as a minimum goal. But like, and then that's pretty much it. It's kind of how I see it. Like,
that sucks. That shit's only like 25 years away from me.
Yeah, and time just goes so fucking quickly, man.
Yeah.
Like, so quick. Like, honestly, so quick. You just don't get it.
And then everybody forgets you existed.
Yeah, and then it just, yeah, it's just sad. It's just generally sad. But it's just one of these things that everyone has to go through. Everyone shares it, Everyone experiences it. You come from nothing, you get back to literally nothing. Everything you do here turns to nothing unless you've invented something or built something. And then that might not even last for years, do you know what I mean? Like, eventually it will all go to nothing, whatever you do. Like, unless you're like aiming to get in the history books for like assassinating a president or something, that's pretty much it. Like, what is the fucking point? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to begin with.
I mean, it's the same as it is in like regular life, just for people that even live 100 years old. I mean, 100 years is nothing in the fucking scheme of things.
The way I sort of look at it is, it's just changed my opinion on life. Like, I always was a very like motivated person with the drive to get up and earn lots of money and do all this shit, and just watching my dad go was just sort of like, what's the fucking point? Like, why am I giving up all my time chasing a bit of paper?
Because your daughter, dude.
But it's not fun. Like, why do I want to give up my life to chase a bit of fucking paper? I don't need to give up as much time anymore, which is the direction it's headed.
Well, that's okay. So like, and that's what it is. Like, if you financially can get away with not doing that, there you are. That's your answer, because you have a daughter you want to spend time with and shit, and that's 100% perfectly fine, and nobody can talk shit about that. My whole point is that until your dad died and money was still kind of a problem, it made sense to work your ass off.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Yeah.
And it money motivated me because I could buy everything, but now I'm just like, well, I've got so much. Like,
yeah, you don't fucking, if you don't need it, that's great. Look at me, dude. Like, I'm fucked up. I've been fucked up since I was like 30 because of the military. Not even 30, fucking 25 because of the military. But like, I'll never have to work another day for the rest of my life. I bought a nice ass house. You know, people are like, why don't you go do this? Why don't you go do that? Why don't you become a big streamer? Why don't you try and put some effort in? Why? I have everything I could ever want plus more.
Yeah, this is it. And I think once you get to that point of content, you're just sort of like, let's just plot it on.
Yeah, because like a good 90% of the planet will never see that level of content.
Yeah.
So
and I see myself as like truly blessed, you know, like I'm gonna be in such a good position come next year at some point.
Correct.
Like, you know, like I can drop to 2 days a week. Like I'm literally only going to work to pay basic bills and have some beer tokens and holidays. That's the only thing that motivates me now. Other than that, I just don't want to work. I'm just like, what's the fucking point? Why am I giving up my time for a company when I could be using my time doing what I want to do? Because it's very limited.
Well, and that's where generational wealth comes in, you know what I mean?
And then I have that attitude now of what's the fucking point? Anyway, I'm gonna go, dude. I need
All right, man.
I've gotta go and fucking move later.
Yeah, dude. Good luck with all that. Hopefully you find some more stuff that, you know, helps make you happier, you know.
I've got to move his protruder today, which is going to be a fucking pain in the ass, because I bought my brother out of that. They valued it at 200 quid, so I paid 100 quid for it, so this massive, like, American-style protruder.
You and your brother get along, right?
No.
You
No,
don't get along? Oh, that sucks.
No. He changed his last name. He also hurt my dad quite a lot. Like, he was also part of the...
Oh, yeah. I see.
You know, like, he's been a very broken part of the family for a long time.
But his your dad still left him shit?
Yeah, my dad still left him shit, but...
As a stand-up guy.
I don't know. Well, he did have a different will in place, and then this is where it gets even more fucked, is my mother stuck her fucking law in his ex-wife and fucking made him change his will to rewrite my brother back in. So, it's all very fucked.
Damn. That's a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, and I just don't have a lot of respect for my mum either. Like, I really don't respect my mum at all. She's treated us very differently.
Oh, in terms of brothers?
Yeah. She kicked me out at 24, and she just allows my brother to just sort of be this sponge who can treat her house like a hotel and just drop in as and when he pleases.
That's wild.
For another 6 months, and then I know what's coming, so he'll get his half of the inheritance. He'll probably spaff it on travelling and going places, and then 6 years down the line, 2030, he'll be like, Mum, can I come back home? And he'll be nearly a 40-year-old geezer still living with Mum at home, and it's just like, you allow him to be like this, and I'm not having you damage a relationship with, you know, because of my daughter now.
Right.
A big part of it. So it's sort of like, well, while he's living with you, I don't want my daughter around your house.
Yeah.
Because he's not been an uncle to her. He's made no effort with her, and I'm not having him suddenly pick her up and then drop her like a stone. And become part of her life and then just fucking disappear.
Yeah, and then that'll be a mental abuse on her.
Yeah, exactly. So I say that to my mum, and then if she continues to allow it, you know, like I've said to my mum after my brother gets his inheritance, if he doesn't buy his own place and move out, like I'm pretty much going to cut you off seeing my daughter.
Yeah.
It's just hurtful.
Your daughter can make that decision when she's older if she wants to have that in her life. You're not going to be a part of ruining it at this point.
Yeah, I'm not allowing... Well, I just don't want my brother involved in her life. I'm not having him to come in and pick her up.
Right.
Talk to her for 6 months, and then all of a sudden he fucks off the other side of the world.
And then she's crying because she never gets to see him again.
Well, not even the crying. It's just sort of like... It's more of just the hurtfulness of him.
No, like any kid that has someone important in their life that they leave, it's an abandonment issue.
Yeah, I don't
Period.
know. I can't deal with it. Like, he's not bothered with her since she's been born, like, at all. And it's his niece.
Well, that says more about him than it does anyone else.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm very much like that towards my mum. And it's just sort of like, you know, stop letting this damaging fucking arsehole in and out of your life consistently.
Right.
Actually pick up your fucking granddaughter and make an effort for her.
Yeah.
Rather than allowing this fucking 40-year-old, 30-year-old geezer to just treat you like a fucking, you know, a
ATM machine. Yeah.
Yeah, literally an ATM machine. Like, I don't think my brother's even earned a car. Like, let's put it that way. I think my dad bought every single car my brother's fucking had. My dad gave my brother a hell of a lot of money. Like, he just, every time he was short of cash, he would message my dad while he was the other side of the world. So I've got all the fucking messages, I've read through them all.
Right.
And he'd go, Dad, can I borrow some more money? Or can I have some money? Can you give me £10,000 so I can go and buy a car in Australia? Can you give me £5,000 to buy a car in the UK? Can you give me money with my travels? I need more money. Can you give me... And that was the only contact my brother made with my dad when he wanted something.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's not like actually fucking caring for and seeing him. Nothing like that at all. It's, yeah, you are a bank. Can I get more? You know,
Jesus.
like, and it's how I read it. And then he went as far as changing his last name. And then...
Why'd you change his last name?
Fuck knows. Because of me, apparently, because he didn't want to be related to me. So this is where it gets even more hurtful.
Yeah.
And my dad confronts him about it, and he's like, well, why the fuck have you changed your last name? You know, like, what was wrong with your current last name?
Right.
Oh, I didn't like it, people would take the nick out of me, or some bullshit he would feed him. And then after my dad passed away, I confronted my brother with the same fucking question. Oh, it's because you two just got married. You know, and it's like... Yeah, see, I fucking knew it. So you just lied to our old man, because... You're just a fucking liar. And
yeah.
You've done it to be hurtful, and it's just really backfired on you, because all you did was upset Dad massively.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, you didn't fucking achieve anything. All you did is fucking really hurt him when he's already on a downer. So, yeah, well done. And then, I don't know, I think my brother's struggling to live with it now anyway. Like, what I asked him when I last saw him, I was like, when was the last time you saw him? 2021. Yeah, good girl. Fucking great girl. You know.
Maybe he'll fucking learn something from that. Probably not, though.
So, you've got to now live with it the rest of your life. That you not bothered with your dad, basically. You know what I mean? Sort of like, you pushed him away and then treated him like a fucking dank because you're a cunt.
And now he's gone.
Yeah, and now he's gone. And then you can't make any amends, you can't resolve anything, you can't do anything, it's all too late, you fucked it.
Yep.
You know?
Great job.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get off, dude. Ciao for now.
Alright, man, have a good one. Oh. Yeah, try first. Oh no, dude. Fucking tired. Like I feel like if I was like normally fucking in gamer mode, I would be upset that the game didn't load in, but like I'm so tired and I care so little about it right now that I just don't even give a shit. It's not even, I don't even care. Like, I'm not even bothered about it at all. It's more along the lines of just like, oh. Ugh. I might just go to sleep, dude. I don't fucking know. It's like 4 in the morning. It's like 5 in the morning, actually. Wow, cool. No, I don't want notifications. Yeah, no, dude. I might just crash out. I'm just fucking drained today. All this crap going on with my fucking new medication is just draining the shit out of me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off. That's like, yeah. Well, they had me on some other stuff for sciatic nerve things, but now those medicines gave me a shit ton of energy. And I felt much better, but it was like a steroid, so you could like take it for like a small amount of time. Now I'm having like withdrawals of it. Oh, for sure, dude. Absolutely. I'm starting to get burned out on Tarkov. We'll see what happens, man. But it's good to see you in Dakota. And shit. Yeah, I'm fucking yawning entirely too much. Alright, dude. I'm gonna hop off. I'll catch you later, brother. I need to fucking find motivation on some of this shit. Gotcha. If you see me live, just hop in, dude. Like, you should see me in the Discord. I usually go in the voice channel if I'm on. That way you can see it. I know you're not always watching, but the notifications don't always work, so. You make sure to take care of your health stuff too, dude. Fucking, I don't want to be hearing if you have it any more problems. We gotta get your insurance shit fixed. So take care of yourself, man. Take care of Dakota. Night.